Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new episode of NASCAR Heat for Career Mode. Today we got 3 different series coming to you guys. First we have the Xfinity series here at Auto Club, then we have a Truck Series race with a subscriber in the truck, as well as we're going to have our first Cup Hot Seat today at Martinsville, so we'll get into that later. But first, like I said, we have the Auto Club race here in the Xfinity series with Tyler Reddick on the pole, as it wasn't the greatest qualifying effort for myself. We're lower than really the midfield, so definitely got some work cut up for us here today as we get ready to go green, as the green flag indeed is out, and we are underway here at Auto Club. Like I said, work to do for us today as we are in a bit of a setback if we want to have a good run here, as we're on the back of the 86, I believe, of Brandon Brown as we go down towards turns 1 and turns 2 for the first time here. And as you can see right off the bat, we have a new paint scheme on the car. Well, not necessarily a new paint scheme, but a new color scheme on the car. I decided to get rid of the green. I got rid of the red on the bottom of the car, and I made it pretty much all white with red on the top, red on the front of the car, as well as just kind of like a little red stripe along the side that's pretty thin. So changing it up, hopefully you guys like the looks of it better. I wasn't really satisfied with the previous look, so I decided we had to get kind of change it up for this episode and for the future. But by the time we come towards the exit of turn 4 here on the first lap, now up into P19, as we head down this front straightaway, crossing the line, we would continue moving a little bit forwards here as we came to lap 2 on the back straightaway, making some more passes up to P17 as we went down towards turn 3, actually getting into the wall, making a bit of a mistake by myself there. But we continued to slowly move forward as we came to lap 5 of 8 in the first stage, now passing Justin Haley, who was on my outside as we went down towards turn 3, and now we had moved up into the top 15, but at this point I didn't have any draft. And the draft is really important at a track like Auto Club, so I pretty much stalled out here in P15 as we came to the final lap of the first stage, heading down this back straightaway for the final time here as we go down towards turn 3. It's 18 of Jeffrey Earnhardt, who is currently leading here in stage 1 as we go through turns 3 and turn 4 for the final time in stage 1, getting all the way down towards the grass just about as we exit turns 4, heading down this front straightaway for the final time in stage 1. We're going to come through to get a 15th place finish in the stage, so not a great effort, but if we can just get some help from the draft, then we'll definitely have a better chance here in stage 2 and in the final stage of this race. So we would not have to come to pit road, so we would get ready to restart here for the start of stage 2 from the 15th position now as we get ready to go green once again here in Auto Club as the green flag is back out. Stage 2 is officially underway as we head down this long straightaway towards turns 1. Brandon Jones here just in front of us as we're going to make it 3 wide with him and Williams in the 36 as we go down towards turns 1 and turns 2 for the first time here in this second stage. Greg Golding with a solid run so far up here in P12 as we come through the center of turns 1 now and turns 2. There you see one of our rivals, Ross Chastain, just up ahead in that 10th position as we exit turn 2. He and Elliott Sadler are both one of our rivals currently in this career mode as we head down this back straightaway towards turn 3. And really the biggest reason they're rivals is just because I'm making little mistakes due to habits from NASCAR Heat 3, just kind of giving a guy the bumper down the straightaway or just leaning on someone getting into their side on like the exit of a corner. That's a big habit I have from NASCAR Heat 3 that I've carried over into Heat 4, and I still got to shake that habit, but it's definitely going to take a while before I can completely get rid of that. Now as we go down towards turns 1, obviously in the F1 games I'm used to just trying my best not to make contact at all, but in the NASCAR games you were always able to just kind of lean on other drivers, but now we can't do that. So like I said, definitely a learning curve here in NASCAR Heat 4 still, and we're trying to get better with that now as we would come down the back straightaway here on the final lap already in the second stage, running P7 as we went down towards turn 3. At this point though, it was our teammate of Chase Briscoe leading the way in the number 98 cars who came through turns 3 and turns 4 for the final time as we exit turns 4. So P15 in stage 1, but we exit turn 4 here in stage 2. We're going to come through to get P7 in the second stage. So a solid rebound considering where we finished in stage 1, and it shows just how important the draft is at this racetrack, because once we lost the draft in stage 1 we couldn't do anything. So that was unfortunate, but we get a better finish here in stage 2. We would pit for 2 cans of fuel as well as 4 tires, and we came in P7 and we come out P6. We gained 1 spot due to someone losing a position, which was actually our other teammate of Cole Custer. And now we're ready to go green here for the third and final stage in Auto Club as the green flag is back out. Chase Briscoe, another Stewart-Haas Racing teammate of ours, looks to get a win here today in Auto Club. 19 laps remain in this third and final stage as we make the long stretch down towards turns 1. Noah Gragson joining our teammate of Briscoe on the front row as we go down towards turns 1 and turns 2. Michael Annett pushing up the track a little bit. Our teammate Cole Custer gets aggressive, making it 3 wide through the center of the corner, and he gains a couple positions. A great restart for our teammate of Cole Custer as we use this draft from Earnhardt as we go down the back straightaway to try and get ourselves ahead of the one of Michael Annett, who drives for Junior Motorsports now as we go down towards turns 1 and turns 2, or turns 3 and turns 4, sorry, but you saw Jeffrey Earnhardt get out of he lost handling of his car, hit the wall. I don't think I gave him a bump unless maybe I did. I just kind of forgot, but either way, he went up towards the wall. Now we get past him as we cross the line, complete the opening lap here in this third stage. Now as we go down towards turns 1, now up inside the top 5 at this point as we come through turns 1 and turns 2. Obviously running the top lane at this point where I'm most comfortable, but I completely screw it up, and now Earnhardt gets back to my inside, and he would try to get past us as we went down this back straightaway, trying to give him a little bit of a side draft there as I went down the back straightaway. And side drafting certainly seems a little bit tougher in this game, but it's definitely still doable. So as we go down towards turn 3, continuing to run the top, we had actually started to fade a bit on these brand new tires, so it seemed like our short run speed wasn't very good. I seemed to be much better in the long run. Now as we'd fall down to P13 with our rival Ross Chastain right behind me on lap 26, and Chastain gives us the bumper and he goes spinning into the wall as we come through turns 1 and turns 2, and the caution's going to fly. Ross Chastain tries to rough us up and completely wrecks himself, so we get straight back in to the action here at Auto Club. Damage now on our back bumper, but it shouldn't be too severe to where it impacts handling of the car a lot. Obviously, though, the more you damage the rear bumper, the looser the car gets, so that was certainly something we have to keep an eye on as we go down towards turns 1 and turns 2 behind the 08 of Greg Gaulding. We would continue, though, moving back forwards as we came to just 8 laps to go. We had now moved up into P11, now passing Tyler Reddick to move back up inside of the top 10 as we went down towards turns 1 and turns 2. So we clear him and take over that spot, and then we would run down John Hunter Nemechek in the 23 car as the other 8 cars ahead had actually started to drive away. So we kind of got in this little 3 to 4 car draft with ourselves, and we had actually gotten to the inside of the 23 of Nemechek as we approached 2 laps to go here in Auto Club as we went down towards turns 1 and turns 2. Christopher Bell leading at this point as we go down towards turns 1. We would clear the 23 of Nemechek, but as we came to the white flag, Reddick had actually gotten back to the inside as we went down towards turns 1 and turns 2 for the final time here in Auto Club, trying to use that draft to the best of my abilities now as we exit turn 2, sliding up in front of the 23 just a little bit there of John Hunter Nemechek as we head down this back straightaway for the final time here at Auto Club. Now as we might have a chance to send it up the inside of Reddick as we go down towards turns 3 and turns 4. Sure enough, we're going to send it in pretty deep up on the apron there under that white line. We look to the left-hand side of Tyler Reddick, and we make it stick now as we exit turns 4 side by side with the 2 of Tyler Reddick. We're going to try and side draft him just a little bit there as we head down the travel. A little bit of contact made, but Reddick hangs on to the position, and we come through to finish in P10 here at Auto Club. So still not a great race for myself, but we did at least get a pretty decent finish out of it. Now Christopher Bell, he picked up the victory, so good for Bell, and we now sit P9 in points. So we would go right into the Truck Series where we had subscriber Jake Halad in the trunk as we went down towards turns 1 and turns 2. 704 says they will be patching that career crash fix with custom teams causing it, so we definitely will be able to own a custom team here in the future, but right now it's just going to be subscribers in the HRE truck that I drive, and obviously, like I said, we will still be in it sometimes throughout the season. But Jake Halad had started moving his way forward, but as he came to the final lap out of turns 4, obviously Las Vegas being a very tough track in this game, he had struggled to get into the top 10, but Jake Halad would come through to cross the line to still get a P15 finish. Not too bad, actually, because considering how I've run at this track in the past, I thought P15 was a pretty solid run. So satisfied with that for sure. Obviously, this team already locked into the playoffs, but now we would have our first ever Monster Energy Cup Series hot seat in the number 13 car. So we're going to get straight into things here in Martinsville.
We're live from Martinsville Speedway for the STP 500. Now, Martinsville is known as the paperclip due to its unique shape. This historic track is the shortest in NASCAR, and the venue is overflowing with fans excited to see our first short track race of the year.
So there you hear the brand new intros there in the Cup Series. It has Rick Allen, but I'm not a huge fan of it because I would have loved if they would have had it like Heat 3 where they had these cinematic cameras showing some real life stuff. But it's still a cool little feature that they got Rick Allen back. I do enjoy that part. But like I said, driving the number 13 car, I had to turn the AI difficulty down for this race simply because it's just like NASCAR Heat 3 in a 3-star ride. We get destroyed down the straightaways, and you're about to see that we did qualify P28. The goal is a top 33 here for our first ever Cup race, and you already see how much faster the AI is down the straightaways, but we have quite a bit of speed through the corners as we go through turns 1 and turns 2, making it 3 wide on the outside there of the 96 of Parker Kligerman. I think that is in the cars who went down this back straightaway, but there you see now the 8 of Daniel Hemrick up on my inside. He will not be returning to that car in real life next season, which is unfortunate for him. Now as we exit turns 4, making some 3 wide moves up ahead between Hemrick, Austin Dillon, and Bubba Wallace as we complete our first lap of our Cup Series career, as I had actually forgot to turn stages on for this race, so it's only 35 laps here in Martinsville as we exit turn 2, getting past Bubba Wallace, but he'll be able to get back past me, and then William Byron goes through to make the pass. You can see the straightaway speed in the AI. It's terrible considering we're a 3-star car, but other 3-star cars are just completely blowing us away. Now as we came through on lap 13 at this point, we had picked up some damage on the car, just kind of getting into some people, running P28 as we went down towards turns 3. This was a pretty quick race, obviously being only 35 laps. Like I said, I just kind of messed up the length on that now as we exit turns 4, but continuing to run in that 28th position as we went down through turns 3 and turns 4 as we exit the corner right behind David Reagan, the 12 of Ryan Blaney, but we were getting Ryan down by the lead cars very quick. Denny Hamlin was leading the way there as I get into the back bumper of David Reagan, and as we came through on lap 24, approaching 11 laps to go, Austin Dillon gets to my inside as we go down towards turns 1. I decide we're beating our goal, so I would just fade in a little bit behind him and not pressure him too much as I actually do get into his back bumper. But there you see the leader of Denny Hamlin, who has run us down, so I'm not really going to waste too much time. I just stay over to the right-hand side, let him go. Like I said, we're exceeding our goal at this point with only 10 laps to go, so I'm not going to mess with them too much. And as we come to on lap 28, this is where the concern comes in. Keselowski running P2 had caught Denny Hamlin, but none of them could get past the lap traffic, just like NASCAR Heat 3. And I was very concerned to be riding behind this and see this, because that was a big issue at this track in NASCAR Heat 3, where it'd be way too easy. So I was not very happy to see that, but we would come through to the white flag here at Martinsville as we went down towards turns 1 and turn 2. Keselowski has taken the lead from Denny Hamlin as we exit turn 2, heading down this back straightaway. Just awful straightaway speed in this race, and that's why I had to turn the AI down, just to make it actually give us a chance to do something as we come through turns 3. And on the exit of turns 4, for the first time in our Cup Series career, we come through to finish in not the best finishing position, obviously, but P30 here at Martinsville for our first Cup race in the number 13 car, and the winner obviously was Brad Keselowski. There's actually a glitch there with the finishing order. David Reagan, McDowell, Tiff, none of them actually finished 3rd, 4th, 5th. They were like right in front of us, so that was a bit of a glitch. So that might need to be looked at by 704. But as always, if you guys enjoyed this episode, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. In the next one, we will also be having, I believe, another Cup hot seat at Talladega, where I will actually have the length up a little bit higher with stages, so that'll be a little bit better. But that will do it for this episode, so hopefully we can improve our performance here in the Xfinity Series in the next few episodes. So I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, everybody, and have yourselves a great day.